Welcome to another edition of the Sports Report. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
We are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Report. It's the Barnes and Tony show today. How is everyone doing?
Oh, everyone as in me. How am I doing? I'm doing.
Well, and the fans.
The fans are doing great too. Come on, they're watching the Sports Report. They're having a great time. I'm having a great time. Big win from the Rangers, forcing the game 6, dude.
We're fired up.
We're so fired up, bro. I mean, I was so impressed with the play. I'm sure we'll get into it more, but stoked this morning.
Absolutely. Stoked. Answering the call. So much to talk about. Let's just get right into it. The world of the National Hockey League.
Just knew that Connor McDavid was going to make a statement. What a goal.
All right, Tony. They answer the call. They answer the bell. The New York Rangers, after trailing 0-2 deep into period 2, win the
There we go!
Game 5, 5-3. It was unbelievable. And just really, I were you nervous, honestly?
Honestly,
midway through the second.
Nervous, no. Pissed off a little bit. I was sitting there with Mike. I knew, dude, that I told him right then and there, like, 2-goal lead, worst lead to have in hockey.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna come around. They did, bro. They did. It was phenomenal, dude.
I mean, just start to finish, and you really just saw that intensity level. Pick
Mike
up. I believe we have a call.
I think we have a call coming in. Hello, you're live on the Sports Report. What do you want to talk about?
It's Magic Man Mike.
The Magic Man himself.
I want to talk Rangers. I want to talk about a totally different team than we saw the last 2 games. Am I right, boys?
Oh, my God. Completely different
Absolutely.
ball game. Just that sense of urgency was there, which you need to have in a win-or-go-home game. And they just really killed it, specifically in the second and third.
Oh,
periods.
yeah, that's good.
Barnes, you'd be proud. At Tony's house last night, Harrison, Jay, and I and Tony turned his apartment into the garden.
Really?
Literally shouting, jumping up and down in glee.
Wow.
Dude, Tony, best time you've had with me watching a game?
Easily. Any game.
And would you say, for you, Michael, the most engaged you've ever been in a hockey game ever?
So I told Tony this. I said, if I can't find my captain's vehicle custom made, authentic, number 7 Devils jersey, if I can't find it, I will be a Rangers fan.
Wow. That is breaking news. Can we get the soundbite for that?
Dude. Okay, hold on. Wait.
Maine Magic Mike has announced if he cannot find that number 7 jersey, he is coming over to the right side of your New York Rangers. I mean,
no, I just
stuff.
Last night, I'll hang up after this, but I just wanted to say it was, it's good to see them live another day. Crosby's out, game 6. And if you want to talk about momentum shifting, I think that whole game just literally changed this whole series. And I wouldn't be surprised if game 7 in the Garden, you see us jumping and cheering.
That was the revenge for game 1. Was
Absolutely.
it not?
Absolutely.
Have a good show, boys.
All right,
Thank
bro.
you, Mike.
Thanks
Appreciate the
for
call,
calling.
bud. As always, what a great caller he is, huh?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, best in the business, Tony. No doubt about it. And like he was saying, I mean, just answering the call. I mean, you look at the goals, kind of spread out. You had Fox, Lafreniere, and Trouba in the second, and then Heidel and We're close.
Philip Hedl.
Hedl.
What did you say? What did you used to say?
Shadow?
Shadow.
And then Lindgren on the empty net late. So just all in all, pretty good game. And, Shesterkin, I guess, for the previous games, he had 3 goals, especially shutting them out in the third period. I mean, that was as good as he played in a few games.
Oh, absolutely, dude. I mean, he off the rip. I don't know if you were listening at this time, but literally off the first 10 seconds of the game, Rangers get 2 simultaneous penalties. I think it was Trouba with an elbow, Kreider with a slashing call. They're on a 5-3 for 2 minutes, 5-on-3.
Yeah.
And Rangers got to give them 2. They had a phenomenal penalty kill. I think I want to say the Penguins were 0 for 4. They had 4 power plays, 0 for 4 in the power play. They had a phenomenal penalty kill. Their defense was looking really good, but that 5-on-3, Shesterkin had a phenomenal glove save there. Just like in the regular season, he's a big reason why they won that game last night. For sure, he was looking really good. It was pretty tough too because you saw Gensel and Letang score to put the Penguins up 2-0, and I think it was the Letang goal in the second period where it was like I don't really know what Shesterkin was thinking, but he came off. You know how normally when they have like some guys close to them, they'll hug the pole, to make sure there's no space there. He kind of came off of it a little bit. I know he was facing some shots, but he came off of it a little bit too much, came out of the blue crease a little bit too much, and Letang was able to kind of bounce a puck off his skate to hit the back of the neck. And, that was definitely a mistake on his part. And then you saw also the mistake when the Rangers were up 3-2. Shesterkin played the puck, and he just kind of I don't know if he whiffed on the pass. It seemed like a very soft serve pass in the defensive zone, and there was a Penguin right there, and they're able to keep possession and eventually score a few seconds after that. That was a pretty big mistake by Shesterkin. And at that point, too, I was actually kind of worried. So I'm thinking to myself, oh man, can you imagine what Shesterkin is thinking? He's like, oh, the offense produced 3 goals to put us up. I just gave up 1 to tie it. This whole series I've been giving up goals, holy shit. But he held it down. He poised, he stayed serious.
Michael's comment.
He was amazing. That split he did for the save in the third. Oh my God, Brodeur-esque. He literally did a full split.
I agree with everything he said, except
for the
Brodeur-esque.
Like a Lundqvist.
No.
Oh, Patrick Waugh.
Yeah.
Get out of town, dude. It was definitely Lundqvist-esque save at that point. He literally did full split. There was no room on the ice to either his crotch or his legs were in the way. It was honestly dope. And you talk about the goal scoring with Fox, Lafreniere, and Trouba, and Lindgren, and these are all the young guys, dude. These are the young guys producing for the team. And you look at Lafreniere during the season, you're thinking oh man, he hasn't really done a lot. How is he going to kind of play out? Same thing with Kakko too. Kakko could do a little better, but they both had some phenomenal chances. And all the young guys getting the goals, which is great to see. You talk about how young this team is and how they've kind of struggled in the past few games with their normal, usual suspects that scoring was Zibanejad, Panarin, Kreider, them not necessarily scoring. It was really nice to see these young guys kind of score and feel confident on the ice going back to Pittsburgh now tomorrow for this game 6 where it's still, obviously do or die for them. So it's great to kind of have that in their heads that they can score goals, It's huge, dude.
I'm interested to see. I'm sure you could tell me this. So this has to do with I guess specifically the Penguins, but just for the Rangers, if you had to give one thing the key to winning game 6, what would you say it is? Just curious if you have the same thought process as me.
Just the one thing, honestly, which they can do a lot better in was face-offs. I would say
that is up there.
They only won 19 face-offs.
Yeah,
I think at 30%.
The whole series, it seems like they don't win face-offs.
They need to win, and there's so many times where they had good pressure, and you saw the Penguins ice the puck, face off down in their own zone, and they would lose it. And at that point, the Penguins didn't care about icing it because they knew they would have a good shot of winning the face-off and getting possession back. So it's you got to win those face-offs. What are you thinking, Barnes?
I think, and I know you're going to say, you're right here. How about just keeping Jake Gensel at bay, Tony? Mm-hmm. 7 goals in 5 games we got to be approaching record territory. No, what's the most goals someone scored in a 7-game series? It can't be more than, I would think, 10, right?
Yeah, you would think so. I don't know.
7 is.
I would imagine back in the day.
Yeah. the Canadiens when they were
who
dominating.
knows, dude. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I totally agree. But I think they'll have a good shot at it because, I mean, you saw it when Crosby left the game. He took a high stick, I think, to the temple. And Crosby's had concussion issues. I think he missed like a whole season.
Yep. Almost had to retire.
Yeah, for concussion. So he's definitely, it's definitely a little iffy. I mean, obviously you don't, hope anything bad upon these players. But, you realize when he left the game, I mean, like the Penguins offense, like starts and ends with Sidney Crosby.
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't have nearly as many chances as when he left.
He's the point guard.
He literally is the point guard, dude. And it's, Mike was even talking about it because, with his age, I don't know, he's got to be like 34 now or something like that. Around there. But maybe 31. I don't know. But I mean, he's definitely like, not necessarily lost a step or two with his skating, but his handles aren't exactly there. His power with his shot, has definitely declined a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not to say, he's still one of the best players in hockey in the NHL, but you really saw it when he left. I mean, the Rangers really could get into their own offense when he wasn't there, and they were able to focus more on, Gensel at that point, because you have to worry about Crosby around there. They can focus more on Gensel. Malkin too, even though, he's at this point, he's more of just like the big body really to have in front of the net and
score occasionally
sort of deal because of his injuries as well. So it's definitely interesting to see, how they evaluate Crosby. I don't know if he is slated to be out now for the next game. But if he's not, I mean, that's a huge plus for the Rangers, dude.
Yeah. But even if he is, because obviously, okay, then it's not as much attention on Gensel. But I just think from a positive regression standpoint, Gensel's due not to score, and he's provided the majority of the offense for the Penguins. So I feel pretty good, about their chances. But that aside, I think too, though, I mean, Shesterkin also is due for a shutout.
Absolutely.
And what a better time than a winner go home game 6.
I know.
To get a game 7 on Sunday.
I'm honestly waiting for someone to be like, hey, I'm guaranteeing this game 6 victory.
Yeah. But it almost feels like you have to guarantee game 7. You know what I mean? Game 7.
Yeah. But, that's what Messier did in 94. He guaranteed the game 6 win to force the game 7 back in the Garden.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's an interesting thought.
And I think he had a hat trick in game 7 too.
Interesting thought for sure.
Yeah, dude, I'm pumped. I'm pumped for tomorrow. It's going to be interesting.
But also too, on like a positive side, I think they also are due to start off with 2 in the first. I know the other night before they got killed, they scored the first goal, but that was very quickly matched, and then it was all downhill from there. So they're due to really dominate a first period, scoring multiple goals, shutting out the Penguins. It's not always, got to come from behind. And I think they are due for that. And obviously Crosby being out would be huge. But definitely good feeling after that game. They definitely have to feel like we have a chance. And then, because from a whole, you look at, oh my God, like we've got to win 3 games in a row. But when you break it down 1 game at a time, it's like for them, it's like, okay,
oh yeah.
So we're just worried about game 6.
Yeah.
Let's just win game 6. And then game 7 is the last game in the series anyway. It's a separate game. You can't think of it as 1, 2, 3
exactly.
in a row.
That's definitely what they're doing. You can tell by the way they're playing with their mentality. I mean, yes, they have the do or die mentality, but it's 1 game at a time,
Yeah.
And that's why they were able to come back last night.
Yeah.
And then give up that goal that when Penguins tied it up. They came back from that as well. I mean, it was a really impressive game by them.
So, and then just to kind of, wrap up last night as far as, hockey's concerned, the Panthers taking care of business, down 1-0 after the first period, but
a little shaky.
Defeat the Capitals 5-3. Bravowski 30 saves.
He had some nice saves last night.
Or how about Verhaeghe, Tony? Again, 5 points. 2 goals,
That's
3
crazy.
assists.
I know.
Animal. But Huberdeau, he doesn't even pop up in the box score.
I know. It's pretty crazy. I'm trying to look to see. Yeah, does he?
I don't know if Ovechkin's roughing him up or, I mean, what's going on. But Huberdeau, 2. What does S mean?
Shots.
Okay, so
2
shots
on goal.
But, I mean, that definitely surprises me. No, I didn't realize actually, geez. I mean, they were actually down 3-0. 5 unanswered.
That's right. 5 unanswered. That's crazy.
And Giroux, the former Flyer, Giroux. Close.
Claude Giroux. That was good.
Yeah. Had one in the third as well.
Love to see that.
And then we saw the Flames 3-1. So they go up. What is it? 3-2 now, I believe.
Yes, correct.
So yeah, I mean, we're moving along here in these first round series. We got another 4 games tonight. So let's take a look at those and what are you thinking? I'll update. I'm almost done updating the picks from last night. But if you want to start, Tony, with your first pick for tonight, give me something here.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna do what you think, Barnes, but I'm gonna go with the Wild tonight.
Interesting.
Is it interesting?
A little bit.
Interesting.
Just a little bit. Nothing crazy, dude.
I talked about how good the Wild are and how much of a young team they are and kind of up and coming, reviving a few other players who are older on the team. And I do think eventually St. Louis will win this game. I think they're gonna win it in 7 though. Because now the Wild are obviously in this do or die mentality. And they just have a phenomenal ability to just score from anywhere in the ice. And I do think sometimes St. Louis's defense is a little shoddy. They kind of give they give forwards like a lot of room to skate sometimes, I feel. So I think you're going to see Kaprizov take advantage of that tonight. And on top of that, Fleury's slated to be in net for the Wild. So I mean, you would think again, veteran goalie, not really be phased by or do or die type of game like this. He's been here before. I think he's gonna come up big. I think you're gonna see the Wild win here 2-0.
Okay. All right. And it's kind of interesting. You almost feel bad for Talbot. I know you've kind of had a little bit of a soft spot for him. No?
Yeah, of course. But you know what, dude? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel bad for him, but I don't know. He just didn't really look that great beginning of the season. And it would have been stupid for Minnesota not to pick up Fleury at that point,
Right.
And this is what you need him for. This is exactly why you want Fleury to be in this do or die situation in the playoffs against a good team like the Blues.
Situation, he's been
here before, dude. He knows exactly how to act, how to play, and I think he'll come up big with a shutout.
Season on the line in Los Angeles tonight, 10 o'clock, TBS. The legend that is Evander Kane, Tony. It's a good one,
right?
The legend that is Evander Kane. I think the Oilers are tight. They're pissed. They can't believe they put themselves in this situation. 1 loss away from elimination, but tonight will not be that night as they are going to blank the Kings 6-0, 2 apiece.
Wow.
McDavid, Draisaitl, Kane, Oilers take Game 6 in California.
That's a crazy line right there, 2 apiece. But, it's possible. I don't think it's going to happen. I think King's going to wrap it up here. But, whatever, dude. All right. I know the Bruins have been kind of killing me, dude. But I feel like
a Game 6 at home.
Game 6 at home. This is where the Bruins want to be. Down 3-2. It's do or die. Force the Game 7 back in Carolina. Give me the Bruins. I'm sure the TD Guard is going to be bumping tonight. I feel like it's going to be just the usual suspects of Pasternak, Marchand. Hopefully Swayman, comes up big in between the pipes for them. I feel like he really kind of hasn't had that like whoa, look at all these saves he's made sort of game. And Carolina does generate a lot of offense, so he needs to come up big. I think that's gonna be their big key for success. Honestly, is for him to really lock down their defense and really solidify. Obviously keeping the Hurricanes at bay. And I think it's very possible. Like I said, it's different when you're at home and it's do or die. And, obviously Boston has a great fan base and everything like that. So give me the Bruins here. They're going to win it 3-2.
3-2. Yeah. I mean, I think that's a good pick. I mean, Carolina's tough, but Bruins at home. I kind of would lean that way as well. And speaking of at home, I am going to take the Lightning here. Backs against the wall. Kind of blew it the other night. But veteran team, and they're saying we're not ready to relinquish, our status as the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champions. Steven Stamkos with yet another hat trick in the postseason as the Lightning shut out the Maple Leafs 3-0.
We're getting all game 7s here, baby.
Well, these are all game 6s. I mean, it's insane. I mean,
it really
it's
is.
No, I think every time of this series, I've taken the Oilers and the Lightning, and you've taken like the games. I'm saying, not necessarily the picks, and you've taken the Blues and Bruins. Just somehow it's just worked out like that.
I know, it's pretty crazy.
We just have our patterns.
Yeah, dude. It's tough when it comes down to the nitty gritty here, man. These are tough picks.
And speaking of tough picks, Tony, how about me yesterday? Haven't had one of these days in a while. 5-0 yesterday.
Wow, good for you.
Hitting on the Yankees, the Mariners, the Padres, the Panthers, and the Flames. And for you, hitting on the Rangers, hitting on the Flames, but then faltering with the Mets, the Braves, but winning with the Angels.
The Braves won last night.
No, Red Sox won.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
So you're at 8-7. I'm at 10-5. And
wow.
I mean, we're just,
straight along here.
Subway Series tickets. I mean, these do not, grow on trees.
They do not grow on trees.
Pumped to go to the game, though. I can't wait. Honestly, going to be fun.
Oh, yeah, dude.
But, we're already kind of discussing it. Let's go to the world of Major League Baseball.
2-2, he got him swinging. A back-to-back strikeouts for Robbie Ray. There's damage right there. Shohei, way, Cy Young. Nada, where did that land? Stuck to Chapman, who leaps up and grabs it.
Story spins and fires. Out at first.
There it goes. See ya. Home run, Aaron Judge.
All right. Your New York Yankees, Tony, again, winning a series, winning a game, winning a tight game, 5-3 over the Toronto Blue Jays. So far this season, 9 matchups already between the Jays and the Yankees.
That's crazy.
6-3 in those spots. Yankees have not played the Rays as of yet. But have played a lot against the Jays, and I don't believe they've played besides the Red Sox opening series. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you look at the game, vintage performance. Jameson Taillon really been underrated this year, Tony. 2.93 ERA. This season, 5 1/3, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He gets to win his 3rd of the season. Bullpen does the job. King with the hold. Clay Holmes, another double play, inning in 2/3, scoreless, 0.55 ERA this season. Chapman does give up a run, does give up a walk and a hit, but earns his 8th save of the season. And how about, the numbers still aren't pretty, but the RBIs are getting up there with 18. Gleyber Torres, Tony, the legend that is. That's a new one. Gleyber Torres, I'm telling you. Going to maybe comeback player of the year. I know we talk about this all the time. 2 for 4. 5 RBIs. That's not a typo. 5 RBIs, including a 3-run homer. And it was just another nice victory for the Yankees. And they fall down early, 1-0, no runs till the 3rd. They get the 3-run homer to get up 3-1. They give one back in the 6th, but then get 2 more in the bottom half of the inning with the Rizzo single. And they avoid trouble in the 9th inning, and it's I believe at this point it's 17 out of 19 if I'm not mistaken. It's 22 out of 30. It's 14-4 at home. It's the best record in Major League Baseball. It's first place in the American League East. I mean, I think, and it's funny because we act like last year the Yankees went 60 and 102, but I think this is the best stretch since we started following this together,
easily
on the show. That
easily.
I can't. There's nothing negative for me to say.
I know. Well, I mean, I don't know, dude.
Sorry about that. But continue on, Tony.
No, I was gonna say. I mean, I don't know. Were you really that impressed with Taillon?
Yeah.
Honestly.
What is there not to be impressed about?
I don't know. 5 1/3. I mean, it's good. I would have liked to see him go the full 6, maybe into the 7th. 5 Ks, I feel like it's kind of low. Giving up 6 hits too. I mean, I don't know. That's not like crazy impressive.
What about the ERA under 3? That's not crazy.
For him, it is for right now, yeah. But I think he's got to get it down. I want a 2.
No, but really, what's your bone to pick with Tyone? Is it the struggles last year? Is it the inconsistencies last year? Is it the injuries?
Yeah, it's mainly the inconsistencies last year, for sure. I mean, I would, you would want someone like him coming out and with like Garrett Cole, type of lines coming out for his starts. I mean, I want to see him going 7 innings. Let's go 7 innings, 1 run earned, 8 Ks. Come on,
Tony.
not even.
You know what I have to say though?
What?
By now, I just feel like you have to know deep down. I know when you're quote unquote just saying something. And this is just a perfect example. There's no point of contention with Tyone, Tony. I mean, if you're under 3, you're under 3. I mean, I don't care if it's 5 2/3 versus 6 1/3. If you're under 3, you're under 3. This is Michael again?
No caller ID.
Just
it
try
might be him
try
actually.
It. Yeah.
Hello. Yes, this is on the sports port. What do you want to talk about? All right, hold on. Let me just put you through here to Barnes. All right, you're live on the sports port. What do you have to say?
First off, first a long time.
Okay.
It seems like there's a connection problem over there.
This is for Barnes. You hear me, Barnes?
I hear you bad.
So I think Tony's hating on the Yankees.
Oh, yeah.
He's nervous that they're going to run away with the whole thing.
I'm not nervous, dude.
He's so nervous. And I mean, what, Tony, I really, in all.
Oh, then he hung up. Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness, though, like I'm being dead serious. The point with Tyone, I just give me something. I really didn't understand what you meant.
I told you. No, I want to see him go the distance in games.
But you know how so it's just like, what if he got an extra 2 outs, then it all of a sudden, well, it's a quality start.
It's more quality.
He's pitching 6 innings.
I want to see him.
You need 6 innings every night.
Yes. I don't think that's crazy for him. I feel like it was always like last season was always 5 innings, 3 earned runs. I feel like every game.
Right, but obviously this year with a 2.93 ERA,
right,
it's not 3 runs.
Almost 3.
Not even close, dude. And I mean, you do have a point. He's only reached 6 innings once, so I'll give you that. But his last start, 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 4 strikeouts. I mean, the start before that, 4 2/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, 4 strikeouts. Start before that, 5 innings, 7 hits, 1 run, 5 strikeouts. Start before that, 4 2/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 strikeouts. I mean, he's avoided the big game, the blow up game, the bloated game. So I mean, that you got to give him credit for that.
No, of course, but I'm just saying, like in the future, in the dog days of July, when we have double headers, when these games matter, and if he's starting a game where there's double header and you have to go into the bullpen early, and then you're stressing out your bullpen, I mean, it's not going to be good, dude.
Yeah, but nevertheless, best record in baseball, Tony.
Yes.
Best record in baseball. That's all you could ask for. So, like I said, no bone to pick, as far as I'm concerned. And I want to, and obviously we'll look at the games today. But first, we'll get to the Mets. But just one last question for you here. I know it's always one question, but crystal ball, Gleyber Torres, season-ending stat lines. Give me something.
How many RBIs you say he has right now?
He has 18, which is actually pretty good.
That's really good.
I mean, what are we? I mean, that's a little over a month into the season.
Yeah. Has he homered a lot or no? I don't think so, right?
5.
5?
Yeah.
I'll see him maybe with maybe 26 homers.
Okay.
28. I'll give him 70-something RBIs maybe.
Okay.
Sounds about right. Finishes with what? Maybe 280 batting average?
Tony, I have to say that was the most non-biased take I've ever heard out of you.
He's good, dude. I love it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No, and it's just like it goes back to what I said before the season, how it just didn't make sense to trade him for a bag of balls.
No.
I mean, you're betting on his potential. And the potential's there. And I love it. I love it. And you have backup options, but you don't even need them. So it's just all is well and good. And tell me though, Tony, that you're not pumped for tonight, the return, and this might be a bite, so just get that pencil out. Luis Gil, Tony. Luis Gil.
So pumped, dude.
No, but right?
Obviously, of course, dude.
I know you would say, oh, I mean, just put Tyone in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Who, Gil or McGill?
Oh, I mean, right now, Gil.
But just, I'm saying, better career if you had to guess.
Probably McGill. Yeah, I would say so. He'll be fine.
Gil better stuff. McGill more consistent.
Yeah.
Without last night included, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. So 4 in the Windy City. Like I said, we'll talk about that more in a second. But I mean, what happened last night? It seemed all was well and good. You know, little Petey Alonso first inning home run. Everybody's excited, and then next thing we know, I mean, Buck's trotting out there in the second inning to take out McGill.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like you said, Alonso homered. I think Escobar reached a bunt, brought a run in. Love to see that. You know, Mets are up 3-0 first inning, you know, and, you know, my blueprint was looking pretty good, you know, early and often, keep it going the whole game. But then Tyler just didn't have his stuff last night at all. Just nothing. He had
Late night, you think?
I don't know what it could be.
I mean, DC, they got some nightlife options. They got the dispensaries there as well.
Oh,
I mean, you never know.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe he was puffing a few.
Did you?
The game, dude.
This has nothing to do with this, but I just thought it was kind of funny. Did you hear how Kyrie had to he had this interview, or I don't know, he was on a podcast or something, and he's like, I'm just so tired of it, man. Everybody's saying oh, he must be all fucked up on this, he's on that, he smoked this, he smoked that, and he's like, I haven't smoked nothing, man. You don't understand how frustrating that is.
Wow. That is so funny.
So
dude.
meaning that, right? Do you believe him at all?
Honestly, yeah, because I feel like he'd be the type of guy who would just be open about him smoking pot, right?
Yeah, I guess because it's not even against policy in the NBA anymore. Yeah, they don't even test.
Yeah, I feel like he would be just open about it. You know,
I still just have a hard time believing just that he's never hit it. I don't know.
Well, I don't know about never.
Well, but that's what he was alluding to.
Never.
But he you know what I mean? He says everything and anything.
Yeah.
So that's why it's hard to take that type of comment with a grain of salt. But anyway, so
Tyler,
Nelson Cruz,
Cruz, Soto homers,
David, Trevor Williams coming in to serve one up.
Yeah, dude. And they scored 5 in the first, 3 in the second.
Last place team. You're
down 8-3. But I mean, I don't know, dude. And then at that point, kind of like what I've said in some prior losses for the Mets, they get down early and they kind of get a little giddy. And they're just swinging at everything, not really able. They had no more offense for the rest of the game.
Now, giddy. I mean, what do you mean by that?
Like a little nervous. They're too oh my God, we have to score runs right now.
Okay.
Third inning, dude. You're down 5 runs, but it's the third inning, Right. You have some time. Don't be looking for homers. Look fundamentals, get men on base, get them into scoring position, and then bring them in. They get too nervous at that point. They get too holy shit, we're down 5 runs, we have to score right now.
When that happens, does it bring you back to the Luis Rojas days?
Absolutely. And it's, I mean, I don't know what Buck is saying in the dugout, but he has to settle them down,
Rojas yesterday was channeling his inner Phil Nevin.
Oh, no.
I don't know if you saw this.
No.
So he sends LeMahieu actually on that second hit by Glaber, and he basically would have been toast at the plate. It was a good throw and everything, but LeMahieu does the slide around the tag, so he was safe.
Wow.
So
good on LeMahieu.
But honestly, I think third base coach is a good role for Rojas. And I think he'll learn. Obviously Boone, isn't learning from Miller Huggins, but it just the experience of working on it in an organization like the Yankees. I mean, could you see him in the future getting another shot?
Yeah, I think when you think about it, Rojas was brought up pretty early and unexpectedly, from the minors because, Beltran was supposed to be the manager.
He's like the mistake child.
Yeah. Exactly. So I think he's got some major league managerial experience under his belt now. Third base coach now, so
winning organization.
You can see how it operates, and I'm sure absolutely there'd be room for him in some other organization that needs a manager at some point in the next few years.
Now that he's not a current Met manager, would you say, I know obviously the success wasn't there, but you hold him in a higher regard than Willie at this point?
Yeah.
They were talking. Somebody brought this up the other day on the Michael K show. He really actually has been blacklisted. I know he took over for the Brewers as an interim basis, and he's never gotten another opportunity. And I understand, it didn't end well with the Mets, but based on the wins, the losses, and then his experience as a Major League Baseball player, it's kind of messed up that he hasn't gotten another chance.
Yeah, that
Not
is
even
pretty
an
messed
assistant.
up.
I don't understand how the Yankees haven't brought him in, but do you think it's like the youth movement? Too many organizations other than like the Angels with Madden.
Yeah, or the White Sox.
The White Sox with La Russa. And I guess
even the Mets.
Schultz. Or not.
Yeah.
Where is Schultz now?
I don't think he's got a job, right?
Yeah. No, I guess not. I was thinking of Snedeker. And Melvin's not a spring chicken either.
Yeah. Bob?
Yeah.
He's not a spring chicken.
Montoya's kind of getting up there too.
Yeah.
You see how tight he's been getting the last couple of seasons?
Oh my God, it's so funny. But yeah, well, who knows? Maybe with these older managers in the league now,
we'll see some more.
Maybe
I still think. You think Torrey could do it for one season?
I don't know, dude.
If it wasn't New York and he wasn't bombarded, if he was just left alone,
like
I
could see that,
like the Royals or something.
But I saw him at the 9/11.
Oh, and you thought he looked a little slow?
Yeah, and he's next to Bobby Valentine too, who looks young and vibrant. And then there's like Joe Torre.
I really think he just wouldn't want to do it, but I think Valentine could manage 5 years.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's just so jacked up.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He's a character for sure. So yeah, obviously, wasn't a good game yesterday for the Mets, but there is a silver lining. They still have a chance to win yet another series. Is it an afternoon game or are they playing
1
this
o'clock?
evening? 1 o'clock.
1:05 probably.
Who's on the hill?
You ready? Taiwan Walker.
Oh, actually, I did see this. And then he's opposing some scrub, right?
Yeah, I think so. They're all scrubs on the Nationals.
But like somebody literally, we don't even know his name.
I couldn't tell you his name off the top of my head right now, and I even looked at it yesterday.
You're gonna be shocked when I tell you who it is.
It's Adden. Joan Adden. 23 years old.
Okay.
1-5 in the season, a 6.99 ERA.
So we might as well just get into it. The blueprint for a win for New York Mets this evening.
All right, so dude, it's gonna be the same blueprint almost every night, really. They did it last night early and often. First inning, let's go, bang them up. And I would think Walker isn't gonna let up 5 runs in the first inning. I don't think he can give you much distance. Maybe 5 innings, 4 2/3. But I'm confident in hopefully Ottavino doesn't come in and just blow it. But I'm confident in most of our bullpen to kind of come in. I think we haven't used Lugo. I don't think yesterday, right? But anyway, and I think Buck definitely settled them down last night after the game. Let them know hey, look, we had the opportunity. I think they were 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position, left 7 men on base, and they had 10 hits. They were hitting. But it was just that angst of the hurrying to get runs in. And, sure, Bucks them down. You guys, you have the whole game. Okay, the game is in your hands. It's your game to play sort of deal. I would think regardless of what Walker lets up in the first few innings, because I'm sure he'll give up like a home run in the 3rd inning. We have time. We have the talent to overcome any amount of runs at this point. So let's do it. I'm going to give the Mets the victory tonight. 6-3.
Okay. All right. I like it. So we mark you down for the Mets. And obviously, I mentioned the Yankees, the Windy City, north side this time around.
The Windy City.
4-game set. So tonight for the White Sox, Dylan Cease on the hill. 8-10 start. Him 3-1, 2.38, 1 whip. And he has 47 strikeouts in 34 innings. So obviously, that kind of poses a problem for the Yankees that at times, of course, can be prone to striking out. And Cease, he's 26 years old, and kind of look at his numbers. I mean, career ERA of 4.19, 3.91 last year. Strikeouts, he had 226 in 165 innings. So he's a strikeout pitcher. So I think, like we've seen before, this might be, other than, of course, there's always the hanging of the slider, the catching too much of the plate with the fastball. But this might be a game where the Yankees aren't going to homer, especially, the guaranteed rate field out there, not exactly a home run heaven. So it might need to manufacture a little bit. And I think the thing is, with Luis Gil, the key for him is to throw strikes. Don't pull an Aroldis Chapman out there. And we saw Gil have some great moments last year, but then the walks would do him in, one way or another. So I think that's the key. Get ahead early in counts. Challenge these White Sox hitters. And I think if you could just get, 6 would be amazing, but 5 innings of 2-run ball out of Gil, less than 3 walks or less, I'll take it any day of the week. So that's kind of what I'm forecasting. And then after that, you probably are going to see, some type of combination of Miguel Castro, Lucas Lidke, maybe Wandy Peralta, because King, Loaizaga, Holmes, as well as Chapman all pitched yesterday. Chapman, I'm sure, will come in for the save if there is one. And then, offensively, I'd like to see, a couple hits out of DJ. Maybe Glaber keeps it going. I know a lot of his damage is done at home, but let's see him do something on the road here. And I think we're due for a Josh Donaldson home run, Tony. Been a while since we've seen one of those.
Overdue.
The Rainmaker himself. Maybe Aaron Hicks. Come on. Wow, what are you doing? Anyway, I'm
Aaron
gonna
Hicks,
say,
huh, dude?
Yeah. I'm gonna say, and actually Aaron Hicks, ironically enough, was it against the White Sox? Or now that I'm thinking about this, it was either the White Sox or Twins, but he just had some ridiculous catch against them a couple years ago. It was just crazy. It just made me think of it. But anyway, 6-4, Tony. The Yankees, it was just crazy. Take out the White Sox, win yet another game here. Luis Gil with his first win of the season. Aroldis Chapman for the 9th save, striking out the side, tying a record of many who have done that. In the history of this game, and all is well in the big city. And I say as a strive, obviously you want to win every game, but I think this weekend, if you could take 3 out of 4, sign me up for that. And dude, that's 75%. So,
hell yeah.
That is my pick there for baseball. I'm just seeing here. Do we have enough for 3 apiece?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Because I know it is a short slate. A lot of teams are off today. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
8
so
games.
Who do you got for 2?
All right. I'm going to be going to St. Louis tonight. We have the Orioles visiting the Cardinals. Steven Matz on the mound for St. Louis. Hasn't really been doing great. His ERA is a 7 right now. But he's 3-2 in the season because of just the bats that St. Louis has is ridiculous. Arenado's batting .315. Goldschmidt is like 288. Edman is like 293. They have a really good lineup, a hard lineup to kind of pitch against. And on the mound for the Orioles is Brian Baker.
Opener or like right? I feel like he came out of the pen against the Yankees. If I'm not mistaken.
No.
Are you sure?
Let's see. Games started in the last 7 days, 0. Games played. Wow, really?
Tony.
I guess so, dude.
Trying to challenge me. Yeah, no, he hasn't started. He's an opener. He hasn't pitched more than an inning in a third, which was against the Yankees on the 26th. So.
Oh, it's disgusting. Yeah, dude. It's a joke. It's a joke.
And the guy to watch out for, Tony, and I just, looking into my crystal ball, I hadn't heard of this guy until I picked him up. I know it's always my fantasy team, but Juan Yepez.
Oh, on the Cardinals.
Is he a top prospect?
I don't know, but he's batting like a 444 or something.
Wait. Yahtzee.
Oh my God, dude. He's looking really good.
Yeah. So
give me the Cardinals tonight. Regardless, I think, and of course, Steven Matz might struggle against Mullins or Santander. But regardless, I think he'll, have a nice little bounce back sort of performance. Maybe 6 1/3, only giving up 3 or 2. 8 Ks, looking like Steven Matz, like, and then the Cardinals are just going to score it up. So I'll give it the Cardinals 7-3.
Tony, just from a standpoint of looking at it, Cardinals, Orioles would love the pick, but I'm telling you, Steven Matz might be headed the way of Matt Harvey.
Oh, God, I hope not, dude.
He does not look good.
I know he doesn't.
But maybe, he ends up getting DFA'd or Cardinals want to unload him. Mets maybe end up needing an arm. I could see a reunion in Flushing later this season. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, dude.
You're pissed about that. You wouldn't, like, if it didn't cost anything. I mean, I'm sure you would see him out, no?
Maybe, but I mean,
it's a maybe, really.
Doing well, I mean.
I know, but he pitched pretty well last year, no?
Yeah, he did.
So just kind of a little,
I don't know. We'll see,
I guess we could say food for thought,
Yes, you could say that, Brian.
Jeez. Right. Not enough sleep last night. So for my second pick, as I go back to the scoreboard here, I do have a game in mind. I was looking at this earlier, and kind of not the best slate out there today, but and it kind of going against the grain in a sense where I don't like the pitching matchup here for the team I'm taking. However, you look at the Dodgers, okay? They just lost 2 out of 3, Tony, to the Pittsburgh Pirates. About as embarrassing as you can get. The equivalent, the National League equivalent of the Yankees losing 2 out of 3 to the Orioles. Tyler Anderson, who has pitched well, but somewhat of a journeyman. I didn't even know he was on the Dodgers, honestly, until I looked at the box score today. But 3-0, 2.78 ERA, opposing former Met legend Zach Wheeler, also the reigning Cy Young, or was that 2 years ago?
2 years ago. Yeah.
Okay, but pitched well last year, obviously, again. And you look at Anderson last time out, 5 innings, 2 earned, so a Tyone line, but 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. So is kept the Dodgers in it when he's pitched this year. So I just think based off of that, and I think they got crushed yesterday. I didn't have the exact score in front of me. I'm kind of curious actually what the score was, but this is a 10-10 game. And yeah, Wheeler 4.10 ERA. Obviously, I just feel like there's turmoil in Philadelphia, and it's almost to the point. It was okay. So it was a 5-3 loss, and 2 days ago they lost 5-1 after winning 11-1 2 days ago. But anyway, I just think that for the Phillies, it's like just fire Girardi now.
Yeah,
I just don't see how they work themselves out of this mess.
I know it's so weird, and because of that, I mean, look at Zach Wheeler for example. Like, I feel like he's had like such inconsistent starts. I mean,
Same thing with Aaron Nola.
Yeah, and it's a shame because his Wheeler's strikeout rate I feel like is pretty high. It gets like 7, 8.
Where's the offense?
Where's the offense is right, dude. It's honestly disgusting. It's really despicable, and yeah, you gotta get a change of management.
Yeah,
you need it, dude, because you have the talent.
Does Girardi go back to the booth?
Yeah, I can see that. MLB Network, I'm sure, would take him back.
Yeah, but you don't think he's gonna get another managing opportunity?
No. Where?
Mets.
No.
After Buck.
No. When? Buck's gonna be here for a while. Don't worry.
I would say the cap on him is 5 seasons.
Okay.
Right. I mean, I think that's fair. So I mean, we're talking a ways in the future, but I don't know, or maybe going to the Reds. Kind of turn that organization around.
Yeah, they need something. The Reds, dude. Jesus.
Their owner, I mean, should really be put on the hot seat here and just be like, listen. I mean, what do you think the floor should be for rosters, like as far as salary committed? Because I think what are they paying? $30 million this year total for the roster.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, what should it be? 100? Should it be 80? I mean, how do you feel?
I feel like maybe like 75
to 80.
Yeah,
75 to 80. I think. And do you think they should move to more of a hard cap, or do you like the way it is? The Cohen tax, as they like to call it.
I like the Cohen tax. Yeah.
Yeah. So just spend $700 million, but you're gonna be taxed $700 million. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, that's Yankees Dodgers for me for my first 2. Your final pick, Tony. You have Mets and Cardinals to start.
That's right, Mets and Cardinals I took. All right, so my next pick, Detroit minus 125, huh? It's a little ridiculous, if you ask me.
Trap.
What, to pick the A's?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, pick the A's. Do it.
God, no, stay away from that. Pittsburgh Reds. Who knows?
Where else are you gonna go?
Oh, the Twins and the Astros are playing today, right?
But then they're
playing a doubleheader.
Yeah.
Oh, that's annoying. All right, dude. I'll go with a team I feel like you were pretty hard on, or like, you were very like excited for the Rangers. I feel like in the beginning of the season, you're like, oh my God, watch out, sleeper,
12-17, 5-10.
Yeah, not that great.
Taylor Hearn.
But regardless, against the Royals, Jonathan Heasley looks like to be his first start of the season.
Yeah.
25 years old, career stats, 4.9 ERA. I guess he only has 3 games started. Yeah, dude, give me the Rangers. Corey Seager, let's go. Come on, give me a home run from Seager. Give me a Rangers win. Rangers won yesterday for hockey. They're going to win tonight for baseball. Give me your Texas Rangers. They're going to win 3-1.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you went there. Honestly.
Why? Who do you think I would go for?
I don't know. Just not the Rangers because you were kind of alluding to. Do they lose 100 games this year?
The Rangers?
Yeah.
No.
How many?
93.
All right. Just wanted to check. So for my final pick, I'm actually going to do a game that you brought up between the A's and the Tigers. You look at both teams. A's losing 4 out of 5. Tigers winning 3 out of 4. Pitching matchup, former Yankee prospect James Caprillion, a guy I've mentioned before who came over in the Sonny Gray deal a few years back, 5.87 ERA through only 7 2/3 innings, going against Bo Brisky of the Tigers. Obviously it's been a challenge for the A's offensively to start, and same thing with the Tigers, especially with Torkelson struggling. Meadows is doing all right, but Baez, has been injured. So I just like Caprillion. I think he's the better pitcher. I think he can really keep this Tigers lineup, and using one of your terms, Tony, at bay in Detroit. But of course, if they were playing in Oakland, I could have said in the bay. I was all ready to do that. Come on, Tony.
That's funny.
Come on. But anyway, 1-0.
Wow.
Sheldon Noose with a home run in the 9th inning to take the lead.
Former Yankee prospect, this guy, huh?
James Caprillion, you never heard of him?
No, yeah, I remember you mentioning him.
I think he pitched at UCLA, I want to say.
Are you excited about him not being on the Yankees?
So I think he'll be – no, I mean, obviously, hindsight, think about it. Sonny Gray, what did he do for us? Nothing. What did we accomplish during those years? Nothing. So instead of having nothing, would I rather have a pitcher who's, 28, 29 years old that, I think still has some potential, who pitched pretty well last year? I mean, of course, Yeah. What are you gonna do though? So yeah, Yankees, Dodgers, A's. You go with Mets, Cardinals, Rangers. We'll see what happens. But let's go quickly before we wrap up here to the world of the National Basketball Association.
The Bulls go! LeBron James at the buzzer! He banks in the three! And the Lakers win the game!
All right, Tony. Love the new background, by the way. First
like
time
that?
I'm seeing it. Was
Right?
that your work or?
Yeah, I just grabbed that today.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Really, really like it. So yesterday, I mean, Bucks, Celtics, great game. The Bucks coming back, outscoring the Celtics by 12 in the fourth quarter to win 110-107 to take.
Oh,
You know what I don't
tough,
understand?
dude.
Tell me. Yeah, I know you hear this too. I don't understand it. So if a team's up one game in a series, and sure, they need to win one more like this, 3-2, they'll say, take a commanding 3-2 lead. I don't understand that thought. Like, to me, commanding is 3-0. Commanding is 3-1. But how is 3-2, 2-1 a commanding?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess
You hear that though, right?
Yeah, you really do. I mean, I guess you could say just because of. I mean, it's not even like it was a close. I mean, like a blowout though. It was
Right.
a close game. It's not like they
Right.
were really like, oh my god, from the get go, they were just torching the Celtics, but yeah, I don't know. It's pretty stupid.
Yeah. And you know what's not stupid? 40 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And, this is something where, they really came back late. You look at this and you just have to be happy, especially because they were up in game 4, blew it late. So it was kind of a reversal of that. Drew Holiday kind of stepped up. I mean, the shooting percentage wasn't great, 9 of 24, but he did have 24 points for a plus 14 to go along with 8 rebounds, 8 assists, and 4-7 from 3-point range. Bobby Portis, big 15 rebounds, 14 points, 13 out of Connington. And you also had 3 3-pointers from Wes Matthews. So, the Bucks, I mean, this is big. Now you're really in the driver's seat here. Of course, game 6 in Boston. Not going to be easy, but it's just nice to know, well, if we don't get the job done, we get game 7. Actually, wow. I completely misspoke. Going home to clinch it, game 6. I forgot Boston, 2 seed, Bucks 3 seed tiebreaker. So, I mean, you couldn't be in a better spot. I mean, am I wrong? I mean, you got the job done on the road. Now you just got to take care of business at home. I mean, no?
I would say so. I would feel really good about it. At home, too? Yeah.
And let's just say, hypothetically speaking, the Heat, close it out tonight. Who do you like, next round? Let's say the Bucks advance. Who gets the job done?
I would give me the Heat.
Yeah.
Give me the Heat, baby. Let's go.
Law of averages?
Mm-hmm.
And then blow it in the finals?
I don't know. I guess depends who they'll be playing.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like ever since the big 3, it's
they haven't really done anything. But
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I know Giannis had a good game last night, but I still feel like he's like dragging a little bit.
I mean, I think he must be the best person at dragging if he's dragging 40.
I know.
With 11 rebounds.
I'm just saying. I don't know how
he does a lot for the team. I mean,
that's
what it is. Who didn't do a lot last night was the Golden State Warriors.
I can't believe it, dude.
Down 50 points at one point, losing 134-95 to the Grizzlies without John Morant.
I know, it's nuts.
Tyus Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil, 21-9. I mean, and I understand, they're still up 3-2. They go back to their building, so a similar circumstance of the previous game. But could you really feel that great if you're the Warriors?
Absolutely not. I mean, Mike and I were watching this game after the Rangers won. But it seems like the Grizzlies just had control of this game from the get-go.
Klay Thompson minus 45.
I know. It's unbelievable.
I've never seen that.
Minus 45. Minus 45 is ridiculous, dude. And he had 13, 17 points?
19 points, 7 of 12, but I don't know, just very ho-hum.
I know. And
Curry
was
10
3
shots.
of 8.
3 of 8 from 3-point range, 4 of 10 overall. Kuminga, 17 points.
I know. I just feel like the Grizzlies forever would just came out firing, just never stopped. I mean, I feel like from the get-go, they were down by 11. The Warriors.
18 3-pointers for the Grizzlies.
It's unbelievable,
43%.
dude. Yeah. And, occasionally you would get the Curry step back 3 or whatever, but they just weren't phased at all. And they just kept their game going. I mean, honestly, a tip of the hat to them because it was a really good performance.
Yeah. Yeah. So quite the story if they were able to force this even to a game 7. I mean, we will see. But we have 2 teams tonight. One being the Miami Heat, the other being the Phoenix Suns, looking to win 1 game on the road to advance to the conference finals. We'll start with the Miami Heat in Philadelphia tonight, coming off that big blowout win in game 5. Sixers currently favored by 2 right now. What do you think?
I'm thinking the Heat are going to win this game and close out the series here because I don't know, dude. I feel like Embiid clearly just injured. I don't think he can do it. I really don't think so, and he's not really getting any support. I feel like from anyone else.
Doc Rivers in a big game.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're going to lose. Who's the guy you like on 76ers?
Tobias Harris?
No.
Tyrese Maxey.
Last game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the game before,
Yeah, the game before. But I mean, what are we doing, dude? I mean, come on. Embiid needs help, dude. He needs a lot of help.
He does.
And it's a shame because they still give him the ball every fucking time. And he does well, but it's dude, the guy is in a large amount of discomfort. You can clearly see it on his face. And I just don't think 76ers have enough to win.
You're saying they don't have a dog in this fight?
I
You
mean,
haven't said that one in a while.
I know I haven't. But no, I feel like they do. I mean, early on they'll probably keep up with the Heat.
Halftime lead potentially.
Maybe by like 7 or 6.
Okay.
And then third quarter blowout. Fourth quarter they score maybe 10 points.
Wow.
And it's over, dude.
Wow. Doc canned after the game?
After the game, I don't know, but I think he should be canned in the offseason here.
So, I got to go with the Sixers. I know it doesn't look pretty, but I have a feeling actually Tyrese Maxey will have a good game tonight. And the Heat, I mean, listen, they just won by a lot, but they've had games where they've gotten killed in the series as well. So I think that's what happens tonight. I think, Sixers 120-90. Tyrese Maxey 29, including 9, Tony, 3-pointers. And Embiid, a walking 30 and 15 as the Sixers force a game 7. Second game on ESPN, the first one starting at 7, this one 9:30. Suns Mavs. So like I said, Suns looking to go back to the Western Conference Finals here. Dallas looking to force a game 7. Phoenix 2-point road favorites. What do we got? The legend that is Luka Doncic, Tony.
Tony gets me every time.
Come on, dude. I'm thinking Luka tonight, 45.
Yeah.
Easy. Killing the game. I don't know what Chris Paul's doing. Give me the Mavs. 125-100. Blowout.
Wow.
A little tired over there, Barnes. You need a lot of sleep, dude?
Well, the airport. I was watching the games.
Oh, dude.
But yeah, I agree with you. I mean, literally, I'm just saying chalk here, Tony. I mean, the Mavs. The Mavs are forcing a game 7. So, yeah, I mean, it's a great time to be a sports fan. It's a great day to be alive.
It really is, dude. There'll be a lot of game 7s coming up.
Lots. So
Love to see.
Hopefully, there's one specifically on Sunday, but we'll worry about that when the time comes.
Mm-hmm.
But anything else on the way out, Tony?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well,
That's all I got, dude.
As always, we appreciate everyone tuning in. Our great callers, great Yankee fans calling in, of course, talking about how Tony hates the Yankees. And of course, if you would.
Oh, you want it now, dude?
Tony in costume on the YouTube page.
No 3-pointers.
He'll hit a
That
couple
one,
of
dude?
threes,
No,
but
Not
much of a game. Oh, those get me. But yeah, check out the YouTube page. I think you really like it. And of course, downtimetv.com. Get some merch. But everybody enjoy the weather, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees. Let's go
Mets, baby.
And we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.